This one is also really big. We're going to be covering Monster Matador issue number 4. This is the final issue for the Monster Matador Once Upon Some Monsters in Mexico arc. But right now on Kickstarter, you guys can go to the Monstradores Kickstarter campaign.
Monstradores.
Monstrador, yeah. And that is a spin-off one-shot comic book for the Monstradores that are in this arc. And there are Lucha Libre crew turned monster fighters, and you gotta go check out the campaign. The covers for it alone are just like
phenomenal.
And
then the previews of the inside. This looks like a wild book.
Yeah, it's gonna be
fun. We
got
giant spiders, hidden temples. The description is it's Godzilla meets Lucha meets Indiana Jones. It's gonna be a wild ride, this one, and I've been highly looking forward to this, anticipating this since Steve teased it for the last campaign for this issue here that we're going to be reviewing. And we also do have a tease that there is going to be another Monster Matador arc coming after this. I believe he dropped the title. I believe it was Blood of the Matador. I might be wrong on that. I got to look back at that one. But that will be coming later this year after this Monstradores one-shot. Such cool characters. I'm sure they will be back for that arc, for that next arc, maybe.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, really cool. And I've even been reading his original Monster Matador series that he hasn't had printed yet, but there's a lot of info in there that's going to really pertain to this review, actually. So I highly recommend, if he does end up printing that one day, that everyone should definitely pick that up. He should throw that monster.
It was in the comic bundle for the last campaign. I hope it's in the. I hope he just throws it in with this one also.
Was it in the comic bundle for the last campaign?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know why.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We got it a little early.
But
it was sent out to everyone.
Yeah, they're really great stories, and it really does add a lot more lore to the series.
Yeah.
Let's get into this. I guess it's written by Stephen Prince, art by Fabio Alves, and colors by Alex Zaif. They've been the crew, the team that's been on this from the beginning. Absolutely incredible art, colors, gotta love it. And last we left off, Ramon had gotten a letter from probably his toughest fight ever. It was Nacho Lobo, and it's pretty much that he had an old friend, Maggie, and he knew it was a trap. He figured it was a trap, but he's like, all right, let's go try and save Maggie. He's like, I can't let Nacho Lobo. He's like, I thought I defeated him. So they're off. Last we left off, they were stopped by some, like, I don't know what you want to call them, scavengers. I don't know if
they're like mercenaries
raiders.
Or like biker gang.
Yeah, it was like a biker gang, and they're like, there's Nacho Lobo wants you for himself. He doesn't want anybody else touching, so this is your lucky day. But they continue on their journey, and
he has a conversation with his daughter.
Yeah,
because the night before, and he's like, hey, like, I don't want to do this, but for Maggie, I have to. I don't want you to be born into this life of violence. And he's like, hopefully, after this, we'll be able to settle down.
Yeah.
And put this all behind us.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's walking into a trap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's blatantly obvious. So
Arturo's questioning the fellow matadors that are there to help him. He's like, these guys, I don't trust them. He's like, that gang found us too easy. He's like, I don't trust them. And Ramon's like, come on. He's like, they're I forgot what the two guys' names were, but he's like,
Juan and Gonzo.
Yeah, Juan and Gonzo. He's like, they wouldn't turn on us like that. But the journey continues. They make it there to the base of operations for Nacho Lobo, and as they approach, it's revealed that, of course, the two other Matadors were in on it, and they're like, listen, he has our family, and we have no choice. And Nacho does his whole speech. He's like, listen, he's like, this isn't a petty revenge thing. He's like, it's about my business. He's like, in my business, he's like, I can't have hope. He's like, you're a symbol of hope. And he's like, when I kill you, he's like, they're not going to sing about how you fought. They're going to sing about how I was not even touched by you, and there wasn't even a fight, and how I was the one that took down the Matador, and I need to be feared by all.
Yeah. He's got these two like pit bulls, and they turn into like these like kaiju.
They're supposed to be chupacabra.
Oh yeah. That makes more sense.
But yeah,
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a cool transformation page, and it just kind of like made him look so untouchable.
Yeah, because he can just tame these two monsters. He just has them on leashes like they're nothing.
Yeah, they're nothing. And then, Ramon goes to jump in, and, nothing works. He just gets blown away.
Yeah, I mean, he just goes for the lunge to stab him, and he's just shot by like a firing squad, basically. Like, all Nacho Lobo's men shoot him.
Nacho Lobo didn't even have to lift a finger.
Yeah, he didn't even, he just stood there.
Yeah.
And, Ramon.
He's like, all right, guys, we're done here. Pack it up. Like, so nonchalant.
Yeah,
it didn't even matter.
That wasn't even his base of operations. They burn it down, and they leave Ramon's body there burning. He takes out Alita and Arturo. He promises that there'll be no harm done to him. And he also reveals that Maggie's perfectly fine, too, as well as the others, which
This was just to get Ramon to take out the Matador. Nothing else. Nothing personal about it.
Yeah.
And, one of the gang members like, oh, what do we do with these guys? Talking about Juan and Gonzo, and he's like, they're traitors. Why would I keep them around?
He's like, yeah, they turned on their best friend. Why would I trust them? So
yeah,
we hear bang bang, and we see the place on fire, and we presume they're dead. And he takes Arturo and Adelita to wherever he is. We're assuming Maggie might be there too. And Ramon's just kind of laying there lifeless. He's got several bullet holes in him, in a pool of blood. We don't see him moving or anything.
Yeah, and it turns into like morning now.
Yeah,
because this probably happened in like the wee hours of the morning, so some time has gone by, and we see like
a rider on a horse.
A rider, look like Clint Eastwood. I mean, you don't get to see him, but look like Clint Eastwood, like fistful of dollars, good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, he's got the whole cowboy boot gear. You don't really see the full body, but it's sort of...
No, you don't. You just get like bits and pieces of like the outfit and stuff, and it's just like in my head, like that's what I got out of that.
That's pretty cool
in a good way.
Yeah, no, that is a great description.
Like this is gonna be like I'm thinking it's gonna be like the gunslinger cowboy.
Yeah, it could probably be a new character. Maybe we'll get a cool one shot out of him. I mean, who knows what it is? I don't know who it is. It is cool to imagine a cool gunslinger cowboy type of character with this.
Yeah,
we got the luchadors. We got the Matador. Maybe like a little, like you said, a gunslinger would be cool. Just like a whole variety of heroes. I mean, this universe is so cool. I mean, the Afropocalypse, we saw a variety of action heroes, basically.
Yeah, there was basically like I'd love note to like 80s action movies.
Yeah.
It's like, let's do Predator, but with like every single action hero ever, and turns out that the monster is the forest.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah. Such an incredible series. Like I said, even the prequel ones had a lot about, right now, what I'm reading. I think I'm on the 5th issue of the Monster Matador original Stephen Prince only series. Before he brought on Fabio and Alex, started doing the Kickstarters and everything. I'm reading that, and those are really great. They're black and white, and we get into some lore on Maggie, some lore on the worm kaiju that was mentioned in issue 3. That whole event's happened just now. I just finished that story. Really cool. Definitely such a cool universe that Steven has put together, and with the whole Monstradores spinoff, I can't wait to see where else this goes. such an incredible job telling these stories and developing these characters.
Yeah, no, I'm super looking forward to it. And again, you guys can go check out the campaign for the one shot. I think we're like, it should get funded tonight.
Yeah,
right?
it's really, it's like a few $100 away from being funded. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's already funded. Let's see.
Yeah. And you know, like,
yeah, it's in the home stretch.
yeah, it's
They had
not
103
first.
backers. They have about 400 and like something to go. They're gonna do it.
Yeah. So it's gonna be super quick, and honestly, there's a lot of rewards, a lot of covers, and you know, you guys should just jump on it
Yeah.
because it's such a good campaign. I just look at the art on
Yeah.
it, and it's just really
Yeah,
like,
different artists on
speaks
here.
for
The
itself.
artist I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but he's done the tour posters for Metallica. So some really crazy, cool talent in there. So definitely looking forward to it.
No, yeah, definitely. And like we said, the follow up series to this is in the works already. And the fulfillment's going to be super quick.
Yeah,
too.
he does.
It always is.
Steve does an incredible job on fulfillment. He's just like a monster. I don't know any other comic Kickstarter that fulfills as fast as him. The turnaround time is insane.
Yeah.
And he's already getting some panels and pages for the next Monster Matador. So he's already got 2 comics ahead of us here, probably.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, shout out to the Monster Matador crew, and we can't wait to see what comes next.
Yeah.